This is Dan Dix here reporting for Press for Truth. The President of the United States, Donald Trump, just recently tweeted about 4 Democratic congresswomen who he said should go back and help the totally broken and crime-infested places from which they came, then come back and show us how it's done. Then, right on cue, Canada's virtue-signaling Prime Minister Justin Trudeau chimed in, saying, "That's not how we do things in Canada. A Canadian is a Canadian is a Canadian." And now hashtag Trudeau must go is trending on Twitter because everyone sees right through this douchebag. Finally. So in this video, we're going to break down exactly what was said while also proving that the Trudeau government is doing the exact opposite of what Canadians actually want. But just before we do, I'd ask that you check out pressfortruth.ca/donate to support my work. The Trudeau government is attacking independent press ahead of this year's federal election, and PFT needs the support of you, the viewers, moving forward. So if you feel so inclined to donate, you can do so with PayPal. You can also donate Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. You can become a PFT member or a PFT patron, or you can use the Patreon alternative, which also allows for monthly payments without Patreon taking a cut. So if that interests you, please check the link right here on the screen or the one located in the description below. Alright, so leave it to Justin Trudeau to never let a good opportunity go to waste, because just yesterday, hashtag racist president was trending on Twitter, all because of this tweet from the president. So interesting to see progressive Democrat congresswomen who originally came from countries whose governments are a complete and total catastrophe, the worst, most corrupt and inept anywhere in the world, if they even have a functioning government at all, now loudly and viciously telling the people of the United States, the greatest and most powerful nation on earth, how our government is to be run. Why don't they go back and help fix the totally broken and crime-infested places from which they came? Then come back and show us how it is done. These places need your help badly. You can't leave fast enough. I'm sure that Nancy Pelosi would be very happy to quickly work out free travel arrangements. Trump, of course, was speaking of some of his most vocal critics: Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Ilhan Omar, Ayanna Pressley, and Rashida Tlaib, with all but one of them being born in America, and all of whom are on the far left wing of their political party. Yesterday, Justin Trudeau was asked for his reaction to the tweets, to which he said, "Canadians and people around the world know exactly what I think about those particular comments. That is not how we do things in Canada. A Canadian is a Canadian is a Canadian, and the diversity of our country is actually one of the greatest strengths and a source of tremendous resilience and pride for Canadians, and we will continue to defend that." What? Really? Diversity is our strength is one of the greatest blunders to ever be uttered by a Canadian Prime Minister in the history of this country. And guess what? Canadians agree with me. Poll suggests majority of Canadians favor limiting immigration levels. 63% want government to limit immigration, and Minister Ahmed Hussein said he's concerned by the trend. New polling numbers suggest a majority of Canadians believe the federal government should limit the number of immigrants it accepts, a public opinion trend that Immigration Minister Ahmed Hussein said he finds concerning. 63% of respondents to a recent Ledger poll said the government should prioritize limiting immigration levels because the country might be reaching a limit in its ability to integrate them. But diversity is our strength. Goldstein: Canadians want fewer refugees, while Liberals want more. A slew of recent public opinion polls on Canadian attitudes towards immigrants and refugees, the latest one, commissioned by the CBC, suggests our views towards immigrants and refugees are hardening. The CBC poll by Public Square Research and Maru Blue, released Wednesday, found 57% of the 4,500 adults participating in an online panel said Canada should not be accepting more refugees. The survey also found 64% said illegal immigration is becoming a serious problem. 56% believe that accepting too many immigrants will change Canada, and 24% say too many immigrants are visible minorities. Recent polls by IPSOS, EKOS, Ledger, and Angus Reid have produced similar findings. So this government is clearly just doing what it wants. Or maybe what the likes of George Soros wants, because it's certainly not what the Canadian people want. And in response to his cringe-worthy attempt to grandstand on this, a top trend on Twitter today is hashtag Trudeau must go, because people are finally catching on to what I've been warning about for years. In my short film, The Trudeau Foundation Exposed, I proved that pay-to-play politics is alive and well in Canada, and the Trudeau government is certainly no exception. A link to that video on BitChute will be located in the description below. And I warned what was coming in this video produced in November of 2016, titled George Soros and the Canadian Agenda Exposed. A link to that video will be located at the end of this video if you need to catch up on how we got to where we are today. Trump was forced to defend himself today, so in response to all this, he said, "Our country is free, beautiful, and very successful. If you hate our country, or if you are not happy here, you can leave." Those tweets were not racist. I don't have a racist bone in my body. The so-called vote to be taken is a Democrat con game. Republicans should not show weakness and fall into their trap. This should be a vote on the filthy language, statements, and lies told by the Democratic Congresswomen who I truly believe, based on their actions, hate our country. Get a list of the horrible things they have said. Omar is polling at 8%, Cortez at 21%. Nancy Pelosi tried to push them away, but now they are forever wedded to the Democrat Party. See you in 2020. We have our very own federal election coming up very soon, my fellow Canadians, and it's not looking good for Justin Trudeau if he continues to do the opposite of what Canadians want. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you want moving forward? More Trudeau? Andrew Scheer? Maybe somebody else? Maybe nobody? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. As a voluntarist, I'm personally no big fan of democracy or governments in general, so if you want to hear my views on the matter, please watch my video titled The Democracy Deception. A link will be located in the description below. So that's all for today, my friends. Please click the thumbs up button to help with the heavy shadow banning that this channel has to deal with. And please share this video if you found the information to be useful. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and stay tuned. We've got more video reports coming soon. This is Dan Dix reporting for Press for Truth. We all want truth. The truth will set you free.